had their fake fertilizer substituted with proper fertilizer. Are you able to table that evidence, Senator Maanzo?
He has said in his county they have been compensated. Can you also table evidence to show that in your county the farmers have been compensated, Mr. Speaker?
Senator,
you have also alleged. You have also alleged. You are a lawyer.
Senator Cherargei,
so both of us should table evidence.
Senator Cherargei and Senator Maanzo, we will not engage in the two of you exchanging on the floor of the House. Senator Cherargei stood on a point of order that you substantiate the fact that not a single farmer in your county was either compensated or had the fake fertilizer substituted. At this point in time, it is for you to provide that evidence.
Mr.
Will
Speaker,
you be able to
I'll provide
substantiate?
the evidence.
Very well.
After 1 week.
After 1 week. Very well, Senator. Please proceed. Senator Maanzo, will you be able to provide it by tomorrow?
I'll do my level best to get the information from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Very well. Please conclude.
Because there's none.
Senator Maanzo, don't engage.
Yes, I'll have to.
Order.
The information will only come from the minister.
Order, senators. Order, Senator. Senator Maanzo.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
You will substantiate by tomorrow. In the meantime, proceed with your submission.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And a lot of my time has been wasted by Senator Cherargei with his denials.
We will add for you time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, about the CBC education, Mr. Speaker, one of the biggest failures is that although it was started in a different system and it is ongoing, Mr. Speaker, there are questions which the government cannot answer. Why are you building an extra class in the primary schools and leaving an unattended class at the high school? Mr. Speaker, this particular activity is a very big expense to the country. Mr. Speaker, it has caused confusion to a lot of learning children, and my suggestion on this particular matter would be that, Mr. Speaker, then it is better for the nation to have a system whereby we do not have wastage in terms of an empty classroom, yet we are building another one, Mr. Speaker. One can only conclude that this was done to benefit a few business people, and also the same thing applies with the printing of books, Mr. Speaker. And the CBC right now is unconstitutional in the fact that the CBC expects, Mr. Speaker, that you serve all Kenyans equally. If a primary school has no internet, has no education, then it will not equate same service to a child from a privileged region which has those facilities, Mr. Speaker. So this currently is unconstitutional, can only best be implemented when you have electricity in every home in the country, electricity in every school in the country, and internet in every school and in every home in the country. Mr. Speaker, then, only then will you say the children are being served equally, and therefore that's a matter I think the government should look about, should take care about. Mr. Speaker, about abductions, I would like to say that there are abductions in the country. I participated in the case of Bob Jackie, representing the Law Society of Kenya. Bob Jackie was abducted for more than 30 days. In his abduction, there were other people, Mr. Speaker, and therefore, the police cannot deny that there are no abductions in the country. They should give the president proper information that, Mr. Speaker, extrajudicial activities and extrajudicial killings have happened, and if the president wants that information, he should have one-on-one with Bob Jackie, and you know that quite a number of people are still missing in the country. Others are in the city mortuary, Mr. Speaker. Quite a number of people in the city mortuary who have not been claimed. And the other day, the government went to court to dispose the bodies, Mr. Speaker. What should happen in that particular scenario is that and I have a question pending here for the new Minister for Interior, that they should have taken fingerprints of all these people, and everybody will be informed through their chief that the whereabouts of their missing child in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker. And similarly, on the femicide, Mr. Speaker, in the country, and even the abductions on ladies in the country, Mr. Speaker, it is true that, Mr. Speaker, Article 137 must be followed, and that so long as you are, as the President said, so long as you are demonstrating within the law, then you should not be confronted, Mr. Speaker. What we saw is a proposal of law in Parliament to control demonstrations against Article 37, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is important that we all follow the law, we all listen, as the President said. And one of the major things, Mr. Speaker, which will come out clearly on this particular issue is the rule of law. The rule of law anticipates, Mr. Speaker, fairness, and therefore, and especially in elections, and therefore, urgent formation of IBC is important. It has to be done urgently, Mr. Speaker. And at the same time, we have many projects in the country which have not taken place. The Senator for Nyeri has talked of an upcoming dam. I want to say that Twake Dam is not yet completed. Konza City is not yet completed.
Just one moment, Senator Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, please resume your seat. Is it in order for Senator for makwiny, who is a member of the Wiper Democratic Movement, a party under whose dispute, because the dispute that exists at PPLC is courtesy of your membership not being able to agree on who will represent them in the IBC selection panel, and they have gone all the way to the Supreme Court. Therefore, you are the party that are causing us the delay in the constitution of IBC. So instead of addressing a Senator Maanzo, what you should do, you and your party leader, is to sort the dispute that exists in Wiper Party, so that PPLC can send the nominee that you guys agree to, and we can have a new selection panel, Mr. Speaker, as opposed to you misleading us, yet you know you are the cause of the delay in IBC selection.
There is no dispute in Wiper Party. There is a new matter which has been filed in the Kiambu Court, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, that new matter has not been filed by ourselves. It has conveniently been filed by people who support the government of today. And it is my presumption that it is the current government which is delaying this particular activity, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, when it comes also, Mr. Speaker, to the issue of Mr. Adani, Mr. Speaker, I have said in the media several times that Adani was an international criminal, suspected all over the world, has quite a number of cases, and yet the current government did not do due diligence. It is only when he was indicted in New York, the government quickly, that morning, changed his mind, which I want to commend it for. And I want to say Shah and Shif is also associated with Adani, and it is one of the areas the president should now pronounce himself that Adani must also leave any activity associated with.
It's okay, Senator. Senator is already done, so we'll just proceed. Senator Mundingi.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa